Do you find yourself finishing a project and immediately thinking about what new pattern to try next? I'm the same way most of the time. We all love trying new things. When you ignore your tried and true patterns, you miss out on creating projects you know you'll love and wear. Finding your tried and true patterns makes sewing easier and brings out your personal style better than just sewing the latest trends. So let me share 5 patterns that become my wardrobe staples and exactly why. I'm Sarai. I've been sewing for nearly 30 years and teaching you how to create a meaningful custom wardrobe for the last 15. Tip 1, find the shapes you love to wear, then repeat. There are tons of sewing patterns out there, and it's hard to resist the allure of a new idea. There are just so many new trends, new fabrics, and new shapes you could try, and all of that can be really fun and exciting. But there's a dark side too. There's a risk that sewing becomes just a substitute for shopping. Instead of creating a thoughtful, meaningful wardrobe, you end up making things that are impractical or wasteful or not even your style. Pretty soon, you might even lose track of what your style even is. The antidote to this style confusion is getting crystal clear on the silhouettes that make you feel like yourself. I personally love shapes that are body skimming, a little bit drapey, and bare on top so I can layer them. That's just a shape I consistently love. So that's why I've made the ash dress so many times. It exemplifies the first thing I look for in a tried and true pattern, a silhouette I just love to wear. It's a simple slip dress that's become an absolute workhorse in my closet, something that I know works for me. I've made 3 so far, all in rayon challis, because this fabric just sings with this pattern. My first was a bright cherry red with little white and blue flowers that immediately caught my eye. The second came from Blackbird Fabrics. This irresistible fabric with a subtle cat floral that I just couldn't pass up. These little lounging cats. For this one, I used gold tone hardware for the straps, which adds such a nice touch. My third is a black rayon challis scattered with small pink blossoms. Ash works for literally every season and occasion. In colder months, I layer it over turtlenecks or long sleeve tees with tights and boots. And when things warm up, I can wear ash on its own with flats or with sandals. This one silhouette handles everything I throw at it, and that's exactly why this pattern stays in heavy rotation. What I've noticed with these ash dresses is that I'm constantly reaching for them. They solve so many different outfit needs that I find myself turning to them again and again. That's when you know you found a tried and true pattern, when it becomes your go-to piece rather than something you save for special occasions. Plus, since slip dresses don't use as much fabric as sleeve dresses, they're the perfect excuse to finally pull out those special fabrics you've been hoarding in your stash. The bottom line is, this is just a shape that I know works for me, so I'm confident each time I make it in a new fabric. For me, that confidence is important. Remember, each time you make something brand new, you're introducing variables. That means there's more chance for things to go wrong. But with tried and true shapes, you have something you're almost guaranteed to love. Speaking of finding silhouettes that work perfectly for you, we've created a free silhouette workbook that helps you discover exactly what shapes make you feel your best. You'll learn how to sketch clothes on a croquis that represents your unique body shape, plus get worksheets and printable templates to explore silhouettes that work in harmony with your natural shape. It's a body-neutral approach that helps you find those tried and true shapes for your own wardrobe. Grab your free copy using the link in the description. I'll send it straight to your inbox. Tip 2, find patterns that are easy to layer. Let's move on to the Alice shirt, one of my most worn makes ever. I've made 2 so far in 2x1 rib knit from Icy Fabrics. This fabric pairs beautifully with the pattern and comes in so many gorgeous muted colors. The fabric feels substantial too, not flimsy like some knits can be. I made one in milk chocolate and another in sunbake, both colors that work seamlessly with the rest of my wardrobe. Recently, I made it again in a tissue weight merino jersey in light pink. I just love this version for spring, and the merino keeps it just warm enough. What makes Alice a true wardrobe staple is its versatility as a layering piece. It's better than any of the similar ready-to-wear shirts I own. You can wear it under sweaters, pinafores, dresses, with pants. Honestly, it looks good with anything. I reach for my Alice tops constantly in the colder months because they're that perfect weight for layering without adding bulk. They're my ultimate base layer, and that's something every wardrobe needs. Alice taught me something important. The best repeat-worthy patterns aren't just fun to sew, they fill gaps in your wardrobe. I was always struggling to find the right layering piece, and this shirt nailed it completely. It's not just a pattern I enjoyed sewing, it proved itself through months of actual wear. One way you can discover new workhorses like this is to take a look at what you already own and wear a lot. Is there a basic in your wardrobe that is maybe not quite right? Maybe the sleeves are a little too short or the neckline isn't your favorite? Think about whether you could make your own replacement that's even better and exactly what you want. You'll probably end up wearing it all the time, just like me in these Alice tees. Tip 3, remake the patterns you're most excited about while sewing. The fig cardigan is another pattern that had me cutting out a second version immediately after finishing the first. I've made 2, both in merino wool jersey from the fabric store. A dream to sew with and even nicer to wear. It has great stretch and recovery, it feels lightweight, and it isn't itchy at all. My first was a chocolate brown, and for my second, I went bold with a lemongrass color. I'm starting to love this golden olive shade on me. It's not one I've gravitated towards in the past, but it works well with my hair and skin tone. I definitely want to sew with it again. Here's what Fig taught me about spotting repeat-worthy patterns. You know a pattern is special when you're planning the next version before you've even hemmed the first. I was already plotting Fig cardigan number 2 while still sewing number 1. Why? It comes together in just a couple hours but gives you maximum wearability. A few hours to sew, infinite ways to wear, that's the formula for a perfect go-to pattern. The Fig proves this formula perfectly. It's easy to make and such a versatile layering piece. You can wear it buttoned up as a sleek top or throw it over dresses, tanks, and tees pretty much year-round. When you catch yourself mentally shopping for fabric for the next version or imagining how it would look in different colors, listen to that instinct. That's your brain telling you this pattern is a winner worth repeating. And here's another tip. With both the Fig cardigan and the Alice tee, I've made it multiple times in the same fabric but in different colors. When I find a pattern and fabric pairing that works, and if I really like the fabric, I'll just stick with it. This just further guarantees that I'll love the result. Plus, I've already worked out any little gotchas ahead of time. Tip 4. Find patterns that work with your real life. Now let's talk about the Joss pants. I've made these 3 times, and each version taught me something important about what makes a pattern worth repeating. My first pair was in a rayon twill in what I thought would be a classy camel color. When I got the fabric home, I realized it was exactly the same color as my skin. Yikes. But here's the thing, even though that first pair didn't work out, I could tell the pattern had potential. So I made them again, this time in a viscose crepe with a black and tan clover print from Emma One Sock. The fabric has beautiful drape, and suddenly I could see what these pants were really meant to be. My third pair is in black silk charmeuse because I really wanted silk lounge pants this winter. My Joss journey proved something crucial. Not every pattern will be repeat worthy on the first try, and that's perfectly fine. Sometimes a pattern has perfect bones, but needs the right fabric choice or styling. Version 1 taught me the silhouette worked. Version 2 taught me the fabric makes all the difference. Version 3, now I have pants I reach for twice a week. Sometimes the best patterns reveal themselves slowly. I knew Joss was a silhouette I would get lots of wear out of, even when the first version missed the mark. These pants are comfortable enough for working from home, but polished enough for errands. When a pattern works with how you actually live your life, not just how you imagine living it, you found something special. If you want to discover your own tried and true silhouettes, don't forget to grab that free silhouette workbook I mentioned earlier. It's waiting for you in the description below, and it'll help you find those go-to shapes you'll want to sew again and again. Tip 5. Adjust your pattern to make it a tried and true. The next pattern perfectly demonstrates how small modifications can turn a good pattern into one you'll make over and over again. I'm talking about the Chelsea jeans. I've made 3 pairs so far, but I seriously want to make these in every color. More denim, corduroy, maybe even wool. My first pair was in light blue corduroy, followed by a dark wash stretch denim that feels dressier than light denim and works with most of my tops. My third pair is in a chocolate brown corduroy, basically my perfect fall pants. The brown goes with almost everything in my wardrobe, and those patch pockets and flared legs have that cool 70s vibe that I love. Here's what makes Chelsea special for me. I modified the pattern to suit my taste and my body. For my first pair, I changed the flare to start above the knee instead of below because it works better for my body shape. This straight flare from the hip gives me the perfect silhouette that flatters my legs and hips. I made the same modification in all 3 pairs I've sewn so far. That one change took this pattern from something I might skip to something I absolutely love the fit of. Sometimes the smallest tweaks make the biggest difference in how much you'll actually wear what you make. These jeans are comfortable, cute, and go with so many of my tops. They've honestly become some of my most worn pants, which feels especially rewarding since jeans are such a commitment to sew. All that top stitching and hardware takes real time and effort. The lesson here is that sometimes a small change can transform a pattern from a one-time make into a true favorite, and it's worth taking the time to make those adjustments. And once you've invested all that time, why not make them again and again and get the most from all that effort? And here's something I've learned over the years. Even when you find these amazing go-to patterns, you can still end up with a closet full of clothes you never wear if you're not strategic about how you approach your sewing. There's actually a 4-step process that completely changed how I approach every single project. And it's the difference between making clothes that hang in your closet and making clothes you actually love to wear. Watch this video next.